Sci Fi Aesthetics always seem to obsess over a shape. Sometimes it's a grid of squares, sometimes honeycombs. For Mass Effect, it's always been all about the circle. Andromeda is no different. Looking at footage of the game, you see circles and semicircles all over, from health bars of enemies to your own health bar, and even to the menu. This intense focus on shape helps give the game's UI a strong identity. And you have to give them credit, working with and around circles isn't always easy. Specifically, positioning an enemy's health bar so it isn't overlapping the sides of them or any of their animations could be problematic, but they somehow made it work, and it looks awesome. Today, I want to specifically talk about Andromeda's menus, though. The menu system most definitely looks like the current trend of futuristic HUDs in Hollywood movies, and it manages to reference the original trilogy in some key areas. It's text and data heavy with small icons. There's a level of color coding, and all of your data is laid out around a circle. The circle motif in the menus does a couple of really nice things. It creates some symmetry, which naturally feels more sci-fi and man-made, as opposed to something more organic and asymmetrical. And it frames content right in the center, giving the screen you're looking at a lot of hierarchy and creating a focus in the center. The challenges with a layout based around a shape like this, though, are twofold. How do I decide what information goes on the left versus what goes on the right? And can I make sure that both sides feel balanced by having the right amount of content? And lastly, can I make the content I'm wrapping around the sides of the circle conform attractively, especially when scrolling or in motion? These are difficult problems to solve, which is why you don't see this sort of layout more. Nevertheless, Mass Effect Andromeda seems to handle it flawlessly. It's incredibly well done, attractive, smooth, and well organized. They've somehow managed to take something tricky and use it to their advantage. Aligning text around a circle can frankly look terrible. Most players are going to be seeing the game at 1080p max, which, when working with multiple lines of text, isn't really that many lines of resolution. Scrolling that text smoothly up and down while shifting it ever so slightly side to side around that circle can lead to a lot of obvious aliasing. And you can't solve aliasing of text like you can other graphics. It quickly just looks worse and blurry. I'd imagine whatever engineer worked on this paid special attention to this movement, because it looks to flow quite nicely, and that one single challenge could make or break this interaction. So kudos to the team. To finish things off, the menus are framed with a sort of navigation bar at the top that's tightly packed and reminiscent of maybe a tablet's lock screen or a new car's information panel. And the tighter packing of icons across a straight horizontal path contrasts really nicely with the main content area loosely positioned around the circle. There's lots more elements here that look really intriguing. The color coding of your ability types, for example, and then there's some things that look a bit strange, like the ability icons on your HUD having a very plastic, translucent appearance, harking back to Apple's Aqua-style buttons in the early 2000s. But I haven't played the game yet, and really just wanted to talk about circles. I'm incredibly excited to see what all the game has in store, and Bioware's UI team should be very proud. That's all for now on Mass Effect Andromeda. If you enjoy these videos, well, you know what to do. Like, subscribe, shout about it from your rooftop. It all really does help. And as always, thanks for watching.